Right, quick chat about what good goalkeeper coaching really looks like. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And how do we actually deliver it to make sure we're meeting all of our goalkeepers' needs, whether in that group, individually, or for that club or as part of that performance program. So my name's Keir Starley. I'm the founder of Goalie Coach. I'm actually really proud of what we've achieved so far in quite a short space of time. For me, goalkeeper coaching is about that relationship with the goalkeeper or goalkeepers, understanding what they need to get from that session and actually having that nice open relationship where we can talk quite freely. And I really believe in creating that free space for the goalkeeper to discuss and be really open about their vulnerabilities or areas they're concerned about. And actually with a goalkeeper coach, I think the goalkeepers need that freedom and that safe zone to discuss things like confidence and how they're feeling and their form at that moment if you're playing in a season. And some things like that, if you're a head coach, you really don't want to hear sometimes. You might not want to hear your goalkeeper talking about their vulnerabilities. And in a group environment, that's maybe not the best thing for everyone else's confidence in the goalkeeper. But in the goalie setting, creating that nice open understanding that we can talk about things a bit deeper and get to the root problem, talk about the emotions of things as well. And on top of that, we can bolt on technical repetition and gameplay analysis on the video, and really try and create and find that avenue that's going to help that goalkeeper either grow in confidence and maintain fantastic form, or if they're maybe struggling a little bit, how can we get them back to their best? Now in a group environment, looking at club level hockey, in a group environment, that group goalie session can be technical, and that can be, I think 6 is probably about the limit I would personally want, but sometimes you might end up with more than that in a group. But that goalie session, you can really complement the team session on another night in the week. If you're the goalkeeper, you get your shooting, your action, and you're part of a team at your club team session. In an ideal world, I think at club level, you'd have a goalie session on another night of the week, or separately in isolation, away from the team, to do things like corner repetition, drag flicking with the cross stick, technical stuff, and also just be amongst goalkeepers. I think for me that's the perfect situation: a club session and a goalie session in the week, and then your match on the weekend. So that's 3 sessions in the week for hockey at club level. Now in goalkeeper sessions, there's lots of theories, and I've worked with lots of people all around the country at various levels, and there are loads of different styles of goalie coaching, some better than others, and sometimes it'll be down to the goalkeeper how they feel about it and what they want in that given week. But for me, a really good blueprint and a standard blueprint would be to make it fun, to make it energetic. And I think personally, and this is not everyone's cup of tea, I think goalie training should be fast and intense where possible, because in the group environment, there's a lot of waiting around and kind of like that match day element of waiting for balls or not always being in action or called upon. So for me, I always believe the goalie session should be pretty fast, intense at various points. And when you want to make it technical, you can slow things down a bit to get that technique right, whether that be with like a whole part whole method when you're learning a skill, or whether you want to slow things down to get the technique right and then build it back up again. And I know top goalkeepers who train all the time, internationals, they don't always want that fast, intense pace. They want to get the technique right and really appreciate each save, which is fine too. But for me, I really like goalie sessions to be intense and fast and fun. And in the modern game, everything's fast. The game gets quicker each year, so to me it makes sense to make things fast and where possible try and replicate that speed of thought and that cognitive thinking, and also encourage self-coaching, where goalkeepers have to think about how am I doing, what do I need to tweak, and ideally for me as a goalie coach, I want goalkeepers to be able to then go away in their groups when the goalie coach is not there, and can they manage their own emotions, manage their own game, think independently, and if need be, like self-coach. For me, self-coaching is like the forgotten ingredient. It's the thing that all goalkeepers need. You know, there are going to be times, whoever you are as a goalkeeper, where you're on your own and things are not quite going to plan. And having that confidence just to take a step back, whether you put the other goalkeeper in, you go behind the goal, just ponder, take a few minutes to think about what you need to do. And actually, invariably, most things come back to, you know, 4 or 5 things as a goalkeeper. You know, setting is key for any goalkeeper, whether you're a club goalkeeper or whether you're Ollie Payne. You know, setting. You know, a lot of issues for goalkeepers at club level can be traced back to setting. And then we can talk about some basics: hands up, eyes on the ball, wait for